Okay, so it seems like recently there's been a little bit of news going on with Camila, and yeah, it seems like, if you could tell by the title of this video, she's been banned, which obviously is a little bit odd. And yeah, recently she came out with a post talking about it. Now, obviously, this is a Twitch ban. It's not going to last long. It might last a day, maybe a couple of days, maybe a week, you know, if that. So again, obviously, yeah, she says the happy partner anniversary, I guess, with obviously an image of her channel here saying this channel cannot stream at the time due to a violation of Twitch's community guidelines. Now, obviously, this one's a little bit of an odd one, and I'll go into why it's a little bit of an odd one in a minute. Now, obviously, the first case being that it's literally her partner anniversary today, and she literally got banned on the same day. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I mean, that's messed up, Twitch. Like, why would you do that? But yeah, obviously, she says down here, this is the reason that she gives for it. Now, of course, I don't know if this is the actual reason or if there's something else, by saying, I got banned for thug shaking, apparently. So, again, if that is actually the reason, that is pretty funny, right? And of course, I think that, you know, I don't know exactly what she did on stream for that to happen, but yeah, it seems like Twitch has found that out. Now, again, you know, that might be a joke. I don't know. And obviously, if it is something, you know, slightly different, then that's probably going to be quite bad. But, you know, if it was something like, it doesn't seem like she's trying to fight it or anything. It seems like maybe she did do something wrong that maybe she should have gotten banned for. But again, you know, we all know that Twitch hasn't been exactly the best in terms of banning VTubers in specific, right? Because, you know, Twitch can be very, very silly with their whole, you know, rule kind of, what do you call it, making their rule, you know, moderating and all of that kind of stuff. And they tend to give kind of exceptions to random, I say random streamers, particular streamers, who of course get favored by them. You probably know who I'm talking about. And yeah, that tends to have a big issue, and that's why people get so mad whenever it comes to Twitch bans, even if they were banned for, you know, a good reason or whatever, right? We say, wait, what? My word, how long does this take to get turned around? And again, it's not going to be long. It's going to be like a day, maybe two, right? And again, you know, I don't think she's been banned. Well, she probably, has she been banned before? I forgot. But, you know, again, if you haven't been banned before, sometimes it's less because, of course, you know, you haven't done it before. It's your first offense kind of thing. So, of course, they won't really do it. But one thing that I found very, very, you know, interesting with this one, and I don't know if this is just specific to Camila's case or if this is going to be a thing that happens with Twitch bans in the future, and it could change things in terms of VTuber Twitch bans in the future, is this, right? As you guys can see, you know, we got Camila's channel up here, which usually isn't something you could do whenever someone is banned on Twitch, right? Usually you have the classic, like, black page, right, that says, like, this user has violated community guidelines, whatever, and that's it. You can't look at their channel, you can't look at their VODs, you can't look at anything, but you can actually go through everything, right? The only thing that you cannot do is stream. It says this channel cannot stream at this time due to violation of Twitch's community guidelines. Now, I'm pretty sure I saw them release some new rules and some new changes that they're making. I don't know if that was a part of it, but it definitely seems like this might be something that could be going on, essentially, to kind of allow people still to, you know, use the platform, just not be able to stream, right? And again, there was, I think, a recent thing about that, especially with like chats and talking in chats while being banned and stuff like that. And again, I think they kind of changed the ruling around, like, you can't stream, but you can actually, you know, you can still get banned from streaming, right? Which I think, you know, that's fair enough, right? And here it is, a little bit of fact checking. I thought I'd just kind of add this in here because maybe you guys are interested. But apparently it says, yeah, Twitch has announced two new types of bans. Streaming suspension allows users to watch and chat in other channels, while chat suspension lets them stream but not chat anywhere else. And I think potentially that is what has happened here. Essentially, they got a streaming suspension, meaning they cannot stream, but they can still chat and everything. And they say, yeah, Twitch has announced a major update to its suspension system, and yeah, apparently it means that existing VODs and clips will also remain viewable. So yeah, that does seem to be the case. That seems to be what's gone on. And this is one of the first instances that I've seen this happening, especially with a VTuber, right? I'm sure people have gotten banned since the change, right? Because obviously this was done in February, so it's been about a month now. But again, I think this is one of the first VTubers that I think I've seen that you can actually go back and watch all of their VODs, all of their clips, and all of their videos, which, to be honest, I think that's pretty good, right? Because, of course, we all know that these bans aren't actual bans, right? It's just a slap on the wrist, right? You can't stream for a little bit. And that's it, right? But they still come back, you know, they still are able to return after like a day or two. And of course, it does get pretty annoying whenever, you know, obviously you take the ban, right? You can't stream, but it gets annoying whenever your whole channel is gone. from the platform, and people can't search you up. You're losing followers, and of course that kind of sucks when you do know that you're coming back, right? Even Twitch knows that you're coming back and you're going to be unbanned, and that it wasn't really that big of an issue. So of course that can be a problem, and I think that problem has kind of been fixed with this, in terms of, you know, you can actually, you know, follow and sub and watch back clips, watch back VODs, and the only thing that they can't do is stream. The only thing they can't do is actually load up that stream and use OBS to do it, or whatever, right? They can still chat, they can still do all of this other kind of stuff, just not stream, which I think is actually a pretty good change, I'd say in my opinion. Obviously, you know, it does get to the kind of point where, you know, some people might be a little bit worried about, you know, bad actors and things still being able to chat in chats and whatever. That could be an issue, I would say. But I think at the end of the day, especially with this Camila situation, it kind of shows you that, you know, maybe it's not so bad, and that, you know, it can add a little bit more to it. But again, I mean, it does also add the kind of possibility of people chatting in her chat about this and talking about stuff while, you know, she's banned, and, you know, asking for her to be unbanned or whatever, right? Which again, you know, I don't think that'll happen, but of course it is pretty interesting, right? But yeah, I mean, that is essentially it. You know, I think Camila, whatever she did, you know, maybe it was for good reason, maybe it wasn't for good reason. And as I said, you know, sometimes it tends to be for a pretty, you know, non-reason whatsoever. But yeah, people saying, you know what they say about playing with fire 07, that I saw a streamer legit wear a suit that disappears when lights flash. She in a club world with constant flashing lights. She streamed for 3 days, every other day this week, and I don't think she's banned yet, even though she legit ERP'd during stream, which, yeah, obviously, there's so many different exceptions that Twitch makes. It's kind of ridiculous whenever you see the kind of different people that get banned and whatever. They said, I mean, you did a stream trying to get banned. What did you expect would happen, you goober? That after Daisy, you finally did it. I'm proud of you. But damn, that sucks harder than a just vacuum. So, oh no. I said, who did you violate? Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm not surprised. I clicked on that stream and knew it was going to get you banned. So, yeah, apparently she was doing some stuff on stream. Again, I haven't actually seen the stream itself. Maybe we should go over it, you know, at some point. But again, apparently some people clicked on the stream were like, yeah, bro's definitely getting banned. Bro's definitely getting a kind of, what do you call it? Skirting the lines, whatever it comes to rules. I don't know if anybody's, you know, quoted it saying she's been avoiding long streams like the plague. The power of thug shaking. One of my favorite streamers gets banned. I lose my job. Makes sense. Which, yeah, obviously, some people also having a bad day as well, I guess, right? But yeah, I mean, that is essentially all there is for it. Again, it just seems like she was getting a little bit silly on stream, as it seems like what some of her fans are saying, at least. Again, haven't seen the clips, haven't seen the videos for what exactly got her banned, but it definitely seems like, you know, it was for a reason rather than for like an you know, necessary ban, because it does happen quite a lot, right? But yeah, that's about all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. That's all. See ya.